Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now January 8th of 2022, and ever since the very end of The Mandalorian Season 2, as well as The Bad Batch, a lot of Star Wars fans around the world have truly been looking forward to what George, John, and Dave have in store for the new Star Wars TV shows, movies, books, novels, comics, you name it, and exactly how it's all going to really tie together to really make up this new expanded universe at heart. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really make sure to interact with you guys further. So we're now in a very interesting phase of Star Wars, given that we are approaching the Book of Boba Fett Chapter 3, as well as the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series marketing run that is set to begin by mid to late March, which is really going to ramp up the excitement among the fans for what the Obi-Wan Kenobi series has in store. So beyond all of that, we already know that Mandalorian as a TV show is very wildly successful. Mando Season 3 is said to have a lot of Force-related revelations. Dave Filoni even said that Mando Season 3, the Force is going to be strong with this season. So that's one thing to really look forward to, and it really kind of opens things up a bit as to what you could really expect to see in The Mandalorian Season 3 and exactly how it's going to branch off to other new Star Wars TV shows that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration this year. So on top of all of this, alright, what's even all the more exciting has everything to do with the fact of what Disney and Lucasfilm are beginning to do with the new Star Wars universe at play here. We already know that George and Bob Chapek have been discussing a lot of different projects, be it, of course, movies or TV shows, animated or live action, whatever it may be. They really are looking ahead to the end of the 2020s and beyond, and exactly how Star Wars can be an ever-evolving process. So with that being said, what's really all the more exciting has everything to do with a particular Star Wars TV series. So now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are focused on their new Star Wars projects like Star Wars Ahsoka and the Kenobi show, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are currently working on several new Star Wars projects in the meantime that will be announced at Star Wars Celebration. Now further, it's described that currently one of the big projects that they are working on is a dedicated series to both Luke Skywalker and his Jedi students that is currently codenamed Star Wars Jedi Knight. Further, it's noted that, however, that Disney and Lucasfilm have a big strategy put in place to reset Star Wars history, and especially for the Skywalker family, by introducing Luke Skywalker's son in the new series that is slated for either a 2024 or 25 release window on Disney+. Now, the new series is set to focus on Luke Skywalker's Jedi training temple, along with his son, a young Ben Solo, and even a younger version of Lor San Tekka that will be introduced in the show. Jon Favreau's plan is to work up to the series with shows like The Mandalorian and the Ahsoka Tano series, with several Luke Skywalker scenes and cameos that will eventually tease the new show and what's to come. As for Luke Skywalker's son and a young Ben Solo, the entire lore for that is set to be established in the form of comics and books by the end of this year that will be considered a surprise from Lucasfilm out of the blue. So let me just stop right here for a second. This is something that Lucasfilm is doing time and time again now, is that they are focusing on a lot of TV shows, a lot of movies that will be promoted or will get more familiar among the fans by releasing a series of books and or comics beforehand. And that's exactly what they're going to be doing with Star Wars Jedi Knight. Now, Star Wars Jedi Knight is a project that is in the works. It's going to be slated for, like I say, 24, 25. And it will feature everybody that's essentially closest to Luke himself. That's basically the basis of the show, focusing on the lives that are closest to Luke Skywalker. Now, the thing about all of this is that this is Jon Favreau's key plan with George and Dave Filoni, is to work things up step by step. It's why Luke was introduced in The Mandalorian Season 2 in a very small way, but yet very special and big. And then Season 3 is going to expand that even further, and then the Ahsoka Tano series is really going to ramp things up with Luke to really kind of branch off to Star Wars Jedi Knight as a TV show. So that's another thing to actually consider and take into effect here, is that we already have a lot of TV shows that have yet to be announced that will be officially announced at Celebration this May. Hopefully Celebration won't be canceled, obviously, because it's going to be the biggest and best event under Disney's wing since they took over Lucasfilm or bought Lucasfilm back in 2013. Now, on top of all of this, alright, what's really all the more exciting is that they plan on boosting the familiarity of young Ben Solo and Luke's son to learn about this new timeline that John and Dave are about to explore, and they actually will call the shots over all of this. Further, it's noted that the appearance of these characters in the form of live action are set to spawn an entire new take on the Star Wars franchise. This is something that both Bob Chapek and George Lucas had discussed for the past year or so, in order to win the fans back and to really recapture that Star Wars Legends feel from the 1990s into the 2000s. Now, this is Disney's strategy to make the fans happy by really portraying Luke accurately, where this Disney, of course, TV show is set to announce the Luke Skywalker series as well at Star Wars Celebration this year, when they unveil their new roadmap of Star Wars that will expand until 2025. So, the roadmap of Star Wars, alright, now, I believe it was last year, at that big event, we learned more about the roadmap of Star Wars. Basically, all the TV shows that were pretty much stretching until 2023 and or 24. Now they're going to have another expansion of the roadmap that's going to expand things further within each and every year, and even leading up till 2025. Then Celebration of 23, they're going to expand things even further, pretty much unveiling new announcements. So followed by Celebration of 23 that will unveil the roadmap even further, like I say, for the Star Wars brand leading into the end of the decade. Now, this new show is set to focus on one of Luke Skywalker's best Jedi students that you may very well be aware of, who goes by the name of Kyle Katarn. Kyle is described to be placed in the new Star Wars TV series, along with making a cameo in the Ahsoka Tano series for Disney+. Disney is also going to be bringing in tons of new villains for Star Wars Jedi Knight, and will even tell more of the story behind Ben Solo's childhood. Now, this series is not just about Luke, however, it's about the lives that are closest to Luke that will be explored in the new series that is planned to be a multi-season show instead of an event series. So that's another thing to actually be proud of, is the fact that they are planning on making this a multi-season show right from the get-go. No event series, anything like that with what they're doing with Ahsoka and Kenobi. Basically, in case you guys are a little confused, event series are basically just a one-season TV show. So Kenobi and Ahsoka, unfortunately, for now, are being treated as an event series. Now, there are a lot of discussions happening behind the scenes over at Disney and Lucasfilm on if they are very much popular, the shows, if they gain a lot of great feedback and reviews, and fans are asking for more and more about that, then they're going to consider making it into a multi-season show. So that's the other thing to really take into effect, is that obviously Disney and Lucasfilm, they want to make sure that everything related to Star Wars is really going to expand and be an ever-evolving process, and how all the characters are going to interconnect with each other. Again, you can see a prime example of this in Mando Season 2, where you have people like Ahsoka, Luke, Boba Fett, Bo-Katan, you name it, and how that branched off into shows like the Book of Boba Fett and the Ahsoka Tano TV series. The same exact thing is going to happen with those shows that are now going to branch off into Star Wars Jedi Knight and other TV shows that will be announced at Celebration this year. So overall, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Night to moon, we hear them moans again.